Oh, I wish you guys could smell these beautiful flowers on these ornamental crabapple trees that are growing in the backyard. They're so sweet. They're so awesome right now. I just needed a couple minutes of your time as an introduction to the June readings for all signs. It's my pleasure to bring them to you once again. I hope you enjoy them. But I had to throw in a little just disclaimer saying that, yeah, the readings are for entertainment purposes only. If you have situations, maybe you need to go see a doctor of some fashion, this is not to be taken as medical advice. This is to be used for entertainment purposes. So as the channel description says, be enlightened, be entertained, but most of all, be yourself. If you are needing a little bit of extra helping hand, please go and seek professional assistance from somebody that can get you to a place where you're feeling good and strong and as beautiful as these crabapple trees are. Okay, thanks guys. Enjoy your readings.
Hello, Aries. The camera is rolling. Aries, I was making up a cheesy little rhyme for all of the signs of the zodiac for the introduction of the reading, but I'm not going to put you guys through that pain because I couldn't think of anything that rhymed with Aries. I think Libra got off clean too because I didn't want to rhyme it with the obvious of zebra, but everybody else got a cheesy rhyme, so you guys can feel special for a little bit that you didn't get one. I just wanted to say hello, welcome to your June 2017 general readings. Thank you guys for being here, joining me in this moment at this YouTube channel. I'm so happy if you guys can take anything away, connect with these readings at all, whether Aries is your sun, your moon, your ascendant sign, or if you're checking this out for Aries. I want to thank you for hitting the thumbs down or the thumbs up or the share, subscribe button, however it works. You know, those are the comments especially are what mean the most to me for doing these readings, okay? Aries, it's June already. How are you guys doing? I hope you're all in a place of comfort. I hope the weather's good where you're at. You can enjoy some nice summer evenings. That's what it's all about sometimes, hey? Just relaxing on the back porch or on the front swing and just getting her done, right? In terms of like being in that stillness and being in harmony with the nature around you. Whew, look at that. I don't know why I reached out with my left hand there. Maybe I'm an ambidextrous tarot reader. Normally I feel for the piles with my right. That was really strange. Aries, maybe it's because you didn't get a riddle or a rhyme at the start of your reading. Maybe it's you set your intentions. Maybe it's because Aries is going to be in full swing. Aries is going to be charging forward through the month of June. It may be the time in a career-based thing here, Aries, where you guys are going to be putting your foot down on the gas pedal. You might be at a time where you're just wanting to get things done, get them taken care of so they're signed, sealed, and dated, and you don't have to revisit things anymore. There's a bit of a caution in moving this quickly in terms of the career field, that there may be certain things that you may have to revisit that you're going to be very unwilling to do so, but it's almost like nothing's going to slow you down. When we internalize this Knight of Swords up in the overall energy, this is you guys just kind of like being very assertive, even and downright aggressive in terms of your journey, whatever it is, your timetable, your schedule as it relates to relationships. So whatever it is, if work is coming first in certain situations, or if you're faced with some sort of conundrum or problem, you guys are very good. You're not procrastinating. You're not wasting on any time on leaving any loose ends. So Knight of Swords is actually very good energy to see up in the overall. Just make sure that you guys are aware with Sun going in Gemini, the energies are very gentle. The energies are in a very subtle state. So as you guys charge forward, move forward very headstrong and very quickly, you may be noticing here that people are going to be kind of like looking at you. They're going to be kind of like taken aback, like, oh my goodness, he's in a mood, or she is in a mood today. Look at, she just is relentless in terms of like telling us to get our work done, or getting their own work done, that sort of thing, where everyone's just going to kind of be like, hum, ba bum, ba bum, buzzing little bees, where it's like you are the dragonfly and you're just zipping right through the whole field of everything because you're on your way and you want to have some free time or some future pleasure or goal down the road. So you're taking care of everything in a very quick and forthright fashion. Knight of Swords. Some of you as well, if we want to look at people, we're looking at Aquarius, Libra, Gemini up. This is somebody that is probably on a fast track of communication with you. You could be bartering, brokering deals with air signs. You could be making commitments. You could be just looking at working together with an air sign. Okay, let's see what else we've got. Hangman reverse up in your day-to-day root chakra, in your grounding. Okay, so for a lot of Aries, you may be feeling like you're wanting to take care of all this stuff rather quickly because you may be perceiving that you're stuck. You may be feeling stuck, but the truth of the matter is that you really are not. You are really at this moment in space of time to discover something, to unearth something, or be released from something, but you're perceiving that you're stuck. And it's whatever this is, whatever it is that you're going through in your mind, Aries, I would say let's look to the people around us and see how the majority is just kind of what the demeanor of the majority is. Because you don't necessarily want to come off, especially in terms of like a work setting or a collective setting, where you're the one that is like almost no filter, talking too loud, being the one that maybe lets something inappropriate slip because, you know, people are just not moving forward. They're just not getting, they're being around the bush and you've had enough of it. You don't want to, you almost feel like you've been there before, you've done this before, and like, you know the answer, like at the beginning of the quiz, you know the final answer. So it's like, why is everybody even bothering wasting their time in certain discussions and certain things? You just want to tell it like it is, drop the mic and get out of the room, right? That sort of feeling. But with this hangman reverse is saying there's some sort of knowledge or lesson to be attained or something to allow you to feel liberated. But it's almost like it's not of your own doing. It's almost like approval is coming your way, but you have to kind of be slowed down enough in the moment to like receive it. And I don't know what that means for some of you, but that's what's coming up from the root chakra, okay? Now you've got the Chariot reverse. Yeah, slow. This card now is saying slow the hell down, right? We want to go fast, and now the overarching energy, right? This one kind of trumps that out, is like saying we really got to slow down. Some of you as well, you may just be wanting to like increase your material possessions at this time. I see this like an Aries out there wanting to like get the deal done on a high-end car or on a house or something like that nature, and it's just like you know, the energy feels like you're pushing forward, or maybe you're like wanting to get the deal done at any cost, where it's like the Chariot's saying, well, maybe we need to be a little bit more in negotiations. We may need to slow things down. We may need to like look at certain areas that we haven't seen before. And we may need to decide if this is what we're really wanting, because the energy is potentially here moving really quick, but the environment is wanting you to slow down. What's coming from within is wanting to go fast, and what's mirroring in the outer world is wanting to go very slow, Aries. So I'm not sure what this is in regards to, because check it out. We've got the Hangman, we've got the Chariot, both reversed. So are we fated to make a bad decision? Are we fated to have something not go our way? Potentially. With these cards like this is potentially of like missed flights. This has the potential of like missed connections, not meeting somebody up on time. This card could be showing that there could be certain machine breakdowns. I don't know, for maybe your tractor or maybe whatever machine that you use to accomplish something, you know, you work it too hard and then it breaks down, or something of that nature, where it's, or you could end up in a situation where you like you find yourself maybe temporarily stranded, like somebody, like maybe your iPhone dies and you have no way to reach out, and it was a very important business deal, or something of that nature. These energies are just showing that you guys might have one of those acceptance moments where it's like you realize you're in a position that you don't want to be in, but there's nothing you can do about it, which in 2017 is a pretty interesting test, right? Because now we've got the smartphones. Now we have everything we want at the push of a button, right? So to see these cards up is saying, well, maybe certain Aries will be in a situation where they're going to have to rely on some old-fashioned gumshoe innovative techniques to get themselves back on track for something that just kind of happens out of the blue. But take note of it. When these things happen like that out of the blue, maybe there's a special partner that we're fated to meet. Or maybe there is a new idea or some sort of sign that we're supposed to see that enlightens us to something, right? Something of that nature. We always want to sort of pay attention to that kind of stuff, Aries. Okay, moving on. Let's see what gut instinct has this. What? Okay, now we've got Tower card reversed. So, this is all right. This is saying no matter how fast or slow you decide to go, Aries, is that your work is going to be getting done. You are continuing to build a firm foundation of security through your actions, all right? So maybe you are just tidying up, like paying some bills forward, paying some credit forward, things of that nature. Or maybe you're like, for those of you that were making the big purchase, maybe you're putting down like even a larger down payment than what was required so that you can be a step ahead of whatever high interest or something that wanted to come your way. Now, we've got 3 major arcana reversed here. So it's going to be seeming like you guys are going to be swimming against the flow. You guys are going to kind of be fighting against the grain because, like I said, you're going to be wanting to move quickly. You've got the get her done attitude, but the majority of the people around you, and it could be supervisors, it could be people underneath you, it could be colleagues, are just saying, no, don't worry about it, George. We got it's only June. We've been given till August. Don't worry about it. Or you know what? The boss is in Mexico for 3 days. And come on, we're just going golfing this afternoon, Or you know what? Jenny, don't worry about those reports or those balance sheets. We're going out for drinks or we're going to get our nails done, right? You don't worry about that stuff, and you're just going to be like kind of like, whoa, what the heck, right? And it was, well, for some of you, this could be like in-laws and outlaws. This could be like people like wanting to make plans. They're wanting you at their function. They're wanting you at their wedding. They want you at the family reunion. And it's on such and such date. And you're like, okay, let's just go get it done. Let's get it taken care of. And then your significant other says, well, it's a 3-day event. And you're just like, oh, what? Really? And then, yeah, that kind of thing. So just kind of interesting cards here. Like June is going to be presenting so many different things to you, Aries, and I feel like these cards are coming up reversed because I feel it's testing our acceptance. Is it real? What did I do to deserve this? Holy crap, this isn't what I paid for. Oh my goodness, I didn't think I was in this deep already, but maybe by going too fast you did, right? And then you're just like, oh, okay, what do we do? How are we going to get out of it? All right, that sort of thing. And if that's the situation, maybe some of you are just going to be like coming home and chilling out to whatever it is, your favorite meal, the favorite thing that you do, just to turn things off for a little while so that you can like be in touch back with, being in the flow of things. So take note of that. Okay. 4 of Pentacles up in the heart chakra. 4 of Pentacles has kind of been around for some of the signs closer to you, I feel, Aries. And to have 4 of Pentacles up in your heart chakra, this card could be saying to me is that this perception that you have of the fact that you're feeling stuck, just could be that some of you may be looking at this sort of the age thing. Some of you are kind of wondering maybe in June, like, wow, the time is going by so fast, and the kids are growing up so fast, and some of you may be like holding on a little bit too tight to like nostalgia and to your plans and to, making sure that you have XYZ accomplished by the time you were 30 or by the time you were 40. And if you haven't done it yet, you might be being a little bit hard on yourself, or you might be just not even wanting to look inward at present time. 4 of Pentacles energy to me is somebody that is on the precipice of needing to look inward, before greater calamity ensues, but they're like unwilling to do so. They're still searching for the answer externally. They're still like going to church. They're still holding on to some sort of faith or hope of idea that has not served them yet properly, where then they're almost like they're needing to go within to look for certain answers, but they're unwilling to do so. Okay, and I'm just going to clarify that Four of Pentacles there. Why is Four of Pentacles up for Aries and Heart of Hearts? Four of Pentacles energy up for Aries and Heart of Hearts. So you guys got the Fox energy, all right? Fox is just somebody here that's being a little bit cautious. They want to make sure that they don't get caught red-handed, that they don't want to be, left going without sort of thing. And again, this is someone that's very clever. You might be creatively, intuitively trying to see situations, seeing ways around certain problems, certain issue with certain people. But the feeling is that you're almost going to come up an obstacle in trying to do so. Like, somebody's gonna come after you and say, like, why are you flowing against the flow here? Why are you such a troublemaker? Why are you the one always causing such a mix-up or such a stir-up? And you might not even be doing it intentionally, right? It just might be your style, your way of being, right? I wanted more clarifiers on that. So, look at that. The Hangman again. And this, so here it's right. The clarifiers I always take face up because I need clarity, right? We need clarity. That's what we want. And I think like the signifiers I will read in reverse because their message is more direct, right? Whereas these are just for clarifiers. And so for this Four of Pentacles, this person wanting to look inward, this person that is needing to look inward, if this is you, Aries, I would just say this is stuff that you need to do either when you wake up in the morning or when you go to bed at night. If you're not in the habit of meditating, of looking inward, if you're always just sort of seeking your answers elsewhere when you're feeling that you're stuck, baby steps, okay? You need to kind of do things one at a time. Look at the microcosm. Look at the little things about yourself that you may have been wanting to change. You may have been thinking, okay, well, if a new approach could solve this problem, well, look inside for that strength for that new approach, or how that new approach is going to manifest so that you can effectively manage it and deal with it, okay? And again, if some of you are worried about the time of your life slipping away, maybe you've gotten into it now, you've got 3 or 4 kids, they're kind of like teenagers now or something like that, and you're like, oh my God, it's like the time seems to be slipping away, and like I just don't know where I see myself in 5 or 10 years. Just don't worry about it. The Hangman is there to say that these sort of thoughts, these sort of patterns creep up on us every once in a while when we haven't been paying attention to our heart, when we haven't been paying attention to the body, when all we are doing is projecting ourselves into the external 3D, getting shit done, taking care of people, taking care of things. What gets left behind is yourself, right? And then if that gets left behind for too long, then we are always faced with these situations of being in the wrong place at the wrong time in order to need to review, to come back, to have some understanding or have some sort of lesson. But this stuff can be avoided if Aries is willing to really open those doors to go within, right? And this does. That means meditations of the heart. This means healings of the heart. This means being able to let go of certain control mechanisms or vices that you may have to just sort of be a part of the symphony rather than the orchestrator, the conductor of the thing, right? Okay, moving on. 3 of Swords. Oh my goodness. So June is like, it's either like let's get married or let's break up month. There could be word coming, Aries, for some of you of a breakup. There could be word coming here of somebody who may have been unfaithful. There could be some sort of communication or certain trust issues where if you have been wondering if someone has been faithful or unfaithful, that discussion will come up here in June because people aren't dilly-dallying over their time. Again, we have Pentacles here, right? Some of you now, you may be rushing into conclusions about a lover, or somebody might be rushing into conclusions about your faithfulness, right? And then what you're needing to do is to slow down the situation to make sure that everybody's feelings are being addressed and that clear communication can ensue. We're in 2017. Sometimes people, in open relationships are very prevalent, and sometimes those boundaries need to be set. So some of you could just be dealing with those sort of things, and others of you could be establishing a situation where you may be revisiting old lovers where things might have ended on a sour note, but then you realize like it might have ended too quickly and you're wanting to get back together. Now, I gotta tell you, Aries, I'm not the tarot reader to ever say your ex is coming back or your ex is never coming back. I just don't do that. I'd rather tell you if your dang cat was coming back or if your dang cat went to go live with somebody else. I just don't go there with my readings, okay? When I see Three of Swords up in communication, what I want to say is that you'll be receiving news about a lover, about someone that is important to you, and their intentions with you or any kind of relationship that was at any time triangulated. So this could be many things to many of you, right? You could have a situation where somebody comes back apologizing to you. You could have a situation where you try and reach out and apologize to somebody else. Or you could have a situation where you find out that somebody that had given you their love, didn't give it to you on a mutually exclusive level, and you had assumed it to be so. Or vice versa. They had assumed that you wanted to be mutually exclusive and you perhaps didn't, but that boundary was not set. And this all could go back to this situation where you may find yourself in a position that you don't want to be in order to learn some sort of lesson, right? Okay, now we've got Six of Pentacles energy up here, right? So, are we being fair? Are we being open? Somebody's almost, the feeling is they're almost accusing without knowing the full truth. This is like guilty before proven innocent kind of thing. It's like happening backwards of the way it should be. For a few people, I feel that message is relevant. For other people, you just want to straight up just be yourself and calmly and collectively, like, don't rush into it, but collectively, like, just ask them, right? Where are we at? What are the boundaries? And if the two of you at one time had agreed that you would be mutually exclusive and then somebody broke that bond, somebody broke that pact, there may be a situation where it might not be that big a deal to the other person. Or through some sort of more effective communication, we work out the fact that now that you broke the pact, you broke the trust, and it's done. Or that person can accept the fact that we all make mistakes and that's going to be what it is moving forward. I don't know. Many messages for many Aries, okay? Interesting to see Three of Swords up above all of these reversals on these major energies of being someplace we don't want to be. So let's tread lightly, all right? Oh, now we've got the Sun. And this card is up reversed in our pineal gland. All right? More of the slow energy. More of like that field of like just permanence, right? You're kind of maybe doing the same thing day in, day out. You're wanting to get through it. You're wanting to get through this month. Something bugging you, something just not moving quick enough for you. But at the same time, you're left feeling like the time of your life is like kind of like going by so quickly. So where do you really stand, Aries? Where do you really stand? Are you just going to go out, rush, and so life's no fun, and all you're doing is getting things done, and then you look back and you say, where did the time go? Or are you going to be willing to like kind of get with the collective and say, all right, you know what? I'm just going to kick my feet up here with everybody else for a little while, and I'm going to be okay with it. I'm going to feel like it's no big deal. Like I can accept the fact that certain things, they take time, and I'm supposed to be in certain places for longer periods of time to be picking up on maybe some subtle clues or subtle hints, or learning about people, learning about behaviors, learning about whatever it is that you may be. And it could be mundane. Some of you might just be scheduled for some sort of seminar or course that you absolutely do not want to be there, or it happened at the same time as like your wedding anniversary and you're just like, I don't know, like I just too many commitments, that sort of thing. Is very plausible that for some of you it could just be that, right? And for others of you to see this card right here, this is kind of a bigger energy. There could be like a really tough conversation and a level of understanding that's coming for some of you here in June, okay? Don't want to be the horse down to its glue, but you can apply it to your situation. Yeah, But the sun is actually pretty good energy. Even when it's upside down, it's like it's just slowness. This is stillness to me, which is very good energy, right? The sun can burn hot. You ever find like sometimes we're like cursing the clouds for like we can never see the sun because it's too cloudy, and then other times the sun is just so hot and overbearing where we like get down and pray for a little cloud to like come over and block the sun so that we're not feeling so beat down by it. It's that kind of energy where it's like you're danged if you do, you're danged if you don't. How quick do you want to move? Right now the energy is favoring slower moving energy. So try to get into that, Aries. If you can't, if you just feel like you got to press forward, you got to push these issues, you feel like there's nowhere to turn, and you got to kind of like push through something in your external environment, I caution against that. But at the same time, Aries, that's your life. I'm not your dad. You go ahead and you do what you want, right? I'm just telling you what the cards are favoring here. All right. Queen of Swords reversed. Okay, so for some of you, this emotional thing, this relationship, this betrayal, infidelity thing is surrounding an air sign here, a Gemini, Aquarius. What's the other one? A Libra. All right, I have a feeling. So for some of you, very strong Libra, right? Look at all of the signs showing that. All right. With Queen of Swords being reversed here, it's almost like you guys may be having a situation where you're talking about your fidelity, talking about your vows, talking about the boundaries in this relationship. Somebody may have already crossed them, but somebody's at a point where they're being okay with it or wanting to, because the Queen of Swords is reversed. It's not like she's cutting somebody out of their life. She's there to actually do her best to become a better listener, to sort of to take a step back and like try and understand the situation before action. When the Queen of Swords is reversed, it's kind of like she wants to know more. She needs to know more before she can act, right? And this could be like he or she. So I'm just going to ask for more clarifiers why Queen of Swords is up. We've discussed the external. If this is internally, this is definitely you guys, right? This is like slow down, get your story straight before you can move forward, right? So home and luck. I don't know what this has anything to do with some of you, right? What is going on with luck in the home? Maybe some of you have just realized that you've qualified for a new home, a new family, or qualified for a new family. You've got an opportunity to take your family to that next level, whatever that may mean for you. It could be monetary wise. Maybe you're like looking at moving a small young family from out of a 2-bedroom apartment. First-time home buyers, that situation. Maybe you're just squabbling with your significant other over certain situations regarding your expectations of home life and things like that. This as well could be for Aries who are single parents. There is a message here that some of this conflict could be coming with the significant other in regards to a child, in regards to how parenting agreements have been working out and things of this nature, and pushing forward on things of that nature. Okay, Queen of Swords reversed. So I don't know why she's there to talk about luck, to talk about your home life. It could be that this person now that you are establishing this boundaries with could be looking for like some sort of further commitment, some sort of action being taken to like a declaration of love or anything more. The 6 and 7 of Cups, showing here that somebody's got to choose their priorities. Somebody's got to get it straight in their mind what it is that they want and why they want it. Because if they don't, then you just end up spinning your wheels. Sometimes we try to move forward so fast, Aries, that we just spin our wheels and then we get frustrated and then we try to move out of the energy even faster. And then what ends up happening is like we don't get anywhere and we just end up kind of looking a little bit foolish because the perceptions that we were stuck are now the reality. We actually are stuck, right? That sort of thing. So slow and steady wins the race, I feel. And there could be some situations as well with something to regards to a family reunion. Aries are going to have to kind of be watch if you're going to like maybe your wife or your husband's side of the family, that family reunion, you're going to kind of want to watch to make sure you're minding your P's and Q's and that, you don't want to get into or see yourself in any arguments. I'm sorry I'm seeing all these nitpicky little things for you, Aries. I don't know why it's relevant, Don't ask me. I don't come here for a reading, and all I do is leave you with more questions. I'm really sorry. I just apply it to your situation as always, right? Oh, and perfect. Couldn't have asked for it. And set your intention, right? Can't believe I've been missing out on seeing that the whole time. Thank you, Enchanted Map. What is your intention? What's it all for? What, at the end of the day, why do we do what we do in the nature that we do it? There must be some sort of essence or answer or reason for being. When we break it down, the answer is usually happiness. Our intention is to be happy. Our intention is to make other people happy. Well, why the heck can't we do it? Well, maybe it's because we're trying too hard. Maybe it's because we're working too hard. And maybe we have a couple things that do make us happy, but those things aren't in harmony with one another, right? Part of us wants to go travel the world, and part of us wants to be a NASCAR driver and, you know, really chase our dreams and our adrenaline. But the other half of us wants to be like this, domestic cornerstone, this domestic powerhouse of family and strength. And it's like, all right, we can only take one of these. Let's see. We're going to look at all of them, but we're going to take one. We've got milk and honey. What could this mean here? Somebody in their indulgences, like I said, wanting too much a little bit sometimes. We got why. We just addressed that. Well, why do we do when we set our intention? When we ask why, the answer usually brings us back because the answer is we want to be happy. We want to make other people happy, right? So we look at that. Then we've got thinker up here, all right? Some of you are. You're just going to have to take time out to ponder why things are the way they are. There is nothing that is forcing us. There's nobody standing there with a gun in our back making us need to get all this crap done. Like, what is the worst that could happen? That's kind of like where you want to be with that thinking energy. It's like, are we really like just driving ourselves nuts? Are the sound of our own wheels driving us crazy, so to speak, right? Let's just relax. Let's just kind of give it some thought and know when to turn the thinking off, right? That sort of thing. Serendipity, and again, a little bit of magic. Aries is going to be shown something. Aries is going to be in a situation where they're like, dang, I wish I wasn't here, but there's magic in it. You guys are going to be shown something. So set your intention. That's the one thing. This you don't have so much control over. This you have a whole bunch of control over. If we're looking at, you know, where we're at with letting go of control and taking in control. Set your intention, right? And then allow the magic to happen. If your intention is to be wealthy, well then, all right, let's make a plan and let's go for it, right? But let's be part of the symphony instead of like moving forward, because if we do that too quickly, we're always going to have to return to something, right? So whatever your intention is, just set it, let it go, keep it on the back burner, keep it in mind, and slowly progress towards it, because that's where the assured success is. In serendipity, whatever magic moment is about to occur for you guys, I want to make sure you take the time to let it sink in and let it sink deep. Okay, Aries, those were the messages for you this month. I hope you connected with you on some level, and know that I love you all. We'll see you next time.